Hello, everybody. This is Mamba Code. Hope you're all having a good time, a good day or night, depending on where you are. We're back with yet another video, another Dart coding challenge, which is the third one in this series, I think. So join me as we tackle this one. It's quite interesting. Today one will be quite interesting. It's a 7K use called 2 to 1. And here the instructions, you're supposed to take two strings S1 and S2, including only letters from A to Z. Return a new sorted string, the longest possible, containing distinct letters, each taken only once, coming from S1 or S2. So for example, you have a string A and another one string B, and a function which takes A and B as parameters, then returns like a combination of the two strings, but with distinct, without repeating a letter, so with distinct letters. So that's basically it. This video I'm going to do it a little different, and you'll find out why in a short while. So without further ado, let's head over to dartpad.dev. For those of you who do not know Dartpad, it's an online tool for running Dart code. Just as simple as that. Does not require an IDE, simply a browser. And the fact that you're watching this on YouTube means that you have a browser. So head over to dartpad.dev and let's do this together. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this function and paste it over here because it's the function that we're going to use. And it's called longest, and it takes two strings as input, string A and string B, which I'm going to copy from our test cases down here. Copy it and paste it. So now our challenge is to find a way to combine the two strings while at the same time removing duplicates, and then at the end you need to sort it, because as you can see here, on the outputs, all of them are here all of them are sorted in alphabetical order. So the first thing I want to show you is how to combine two strings. It's as simple as writing first string plus second string, whatever you named it. So we're going to print that to the console. Voila, as you can see, string 1 up to somewhere here has been combined with string 2. So that's called concatenation. The data's made it's very simple. As most programming languages, I think concatenation is basically the same, A plus B. So our second challenge is to find out how we can remove duplicates, because as you can see, like for here there is an A and another A in the second string. There are E's all over. So when you have this long string, we want to find a way to remove the duplicates. I can think of one way. Okay, so I can think of several ways, but I'm going to follow the one I think is the path of least resistance, because I am lazy and so are you. Okay, so the second thing I want to show you, if you can see the string here, it's a long one. Second thing I want to show you is a string method is called .split. And what it does, I think it's better if you see it for yourself, but it takes a parameter of where you want to split the string. Putting empty quotes means that split at each and every character or letter. So let's run this and see what it gives us. As you can see now, we're making progress. Now we have a long list. Our string has been turned into a long list, A being index 0, 1, 2, up to whichever the length of the the list is. Now, a list accepts duplicates, but in that and most other programming languages, there is a data set. It's called a set. A set does not accept duplicates. So when you pass duplicates to a set, it will either throw an error or remove them. So because we do not want duplicates, we have to find a way to turn this into a set, which will make our work easier by removing each and every duplicate. Then we'll be left with the task of now sorting it in alphabetical order. So to convert a list, so now we have a list into a set. It's pretty simple to just say dot to set. Thank you, that. Good. Now we can run this and find out what it will bring. As you can see, all the duplicates have been removed. A, R, E, T, all these are unique. But the problem now is that they are not sorted in alphabetical order, which is what we want to return. Now, we want to sort them in alphabetical order. Now that we have them uniquely, let's return it back to a list, because that list has some methods which help you to sort, which are not available in the set. So to do that, we just return it back to list. As you can see, the console is helping me out. Thank you. Let's run this. If you noted earlier, these square brackets were curly. Sorry I didn't show you, but you can go back to the video. They were curly braces, meaning that's a set. Now that we have converted it back to a list, they have come to square brackets. Now this is a list. Now we have a list. What do you want to do with the list? Okay, now let's remove this print statement for a while. I'll show you why. Let's declare a variable. We'll call it truncated is equals to that. It's still the same, only that I've still the same thing, only that I've given it a new variable. You'll understand why in a bit. So let me just print it so you can see it has not changed. We run it, still the same output. So truncated now holds this list. This variable holds this list. And what do you want to do with the list? You want to sort it. You want to sort it in alphabetical order. And lucky for us, lists have a method called sort. What sort will do is it will sort this list in alphabetical order. It will modify this list. It will not give us a new list. So it's good that you know that. It will modify this list, this particular list. So now the list is sorted. What do you want to do next? Now we have a list, but the function expects a string. So now we have to find a way to convert this list into a string. If you remember there before, when we had a string to a list, we used dot split, and then we gave it an empty quotes, which means that it will split at each and every element. Now in the same way, there's a reverse one order. Let's call it variable last is equals to truncated dot join. The join now is the reverse of a list. You still give it an empty because you want it to join at each and every element. Okay, now let's print this out and see what we have. Sorry, last. Allah, voila. Now this is our list, our string, which is sorted and distinct. I hope I've not moved too fast. If I have, you can always go back to the video, but maybe to recap one last time before we return So what we need to return here is last, because it's our last string, and you don't need to print anything because you've already seen the output and it works. So now we have a function, it's called longest. It takes two strings, A and B, which I've declared here. They are just long strings, A and B. So we just declared a variable called truncated. What A plus B does is it adds these two, A and B. It concatenates, it combines them to one long string. Then the split turns it into a list. Then dot to set turns it into a set, so that we can remove the duplicates, because there are duplicates in these two strings and we want them to be distinct. Then we turn it back to a list, so that we can be able to use this sort method to sort it in alphabetical order. So now, as it's still a list, we still need to join it, to join at each and every element. That's why you put single quotes, so that we can have a string back, and that string we've named it last, and that is the string that we are returning. So now I can copy this. I like that part because you can test as you go. It's not like testing here on Codeworld's console. Oh, sorry. Paste it there. Let's test and see what happens. Oh. What is happening? So sorry for that, guys. So I found out what the problem was after a long time of testing. It was actually something quite silly. It's because, as you can remember, when I was pasting from Dartpad, whatever code we had written in Dartpad, was the first time I pasted it here at the sample tests. So I think when the console was going to test, it was running through code that it could not understand, because I think there's a way they have written that the syntax should just follow each other, should follow a certain order. So what I did is I came here and I reset it and I pasted it again, and now it's working. Okay, let's submit. Good. And it's always a good idea to go through other people's code, other people's samples, because as you can see, like this one, Harolin, he or she has just one line of code. You can learn a lot from the rest of the community. That's why I always try to go through, I always learn something new when I go through here. So without wasting much time, let's see each other in the next video. Mamba out.